The sun is setting. The long, slow, steady walk of the day is finally over. You can feel it in the softening of the earth beneath your worn leather boots, in the way the oxen, those great, patient beasts, begin to slow their pace even before the command is given. The vast, open prairie around you, which all day has shimmered in a brilliant golden light, is now beginning to cool and change. The sky is not yet dark, but it is turning. A breathtaking wash of pale lavender, soft peach, and deep, dusky blue stretches from horizon to horizon. It is the quietest, most beautiful time of the day on the California Trail. This is not a story about gold. This is a story about hope. A story about the quiet, soft hours of a single peaceful night on the long journey west. Imagine you are not a miner, not a fortune hunter, but simply a traveler, a person walking towards a new life. You are part of a small wagon train, a community of strangers who have become neighbors, drawn together for safety and company on the vast, empty plains. Your wagon is a simple covered cart, its white canvas top glowing a soft pink in the fading light. The trail boss, a calm, steady man with eyes that have seen 1,000 sunsets, calls out in a quiet, firm voice that the day's journey is done. There is no rush. There is a slow, collective, peaceful sense of relief. The wagons, which have been strung out in a long, dusty line, begin to move into a wide, prearranged circle. The process of circling the wagons is a quiet, deliberate ritual. Teamsters gently guide their oxen, their voices soft and low. The great yokes of wood and iron creak, and the huge iron-rimmed wheels groan and settle into the soft earth. One wagon stops, the next pulls up beside it, just so. Slowly, a protective corral of canvas and wood takes shape, a temporary fortress of peace on the open prairie. The moment the wagons are still, the true sounds of the evening begin. The oxen, now unhitched from their heavy yokes, let out long, deep, contented sighs. They are led to a nearby stream to drink, their large, gentle eyes reflecting the colors of the sky. You can hear the quiet, happy lowing of the cattle as they wade into the cool water. Now the fires are lit. You gather a few dry, twisted twigs of sagebrush and some larger pieces of dried cottonwood. You strike a flint against steel, and the tiny spark catches the dry tinder. A small, fragile flame is born. It sputters, licks at the air, and then, with a soft, satisfied crackle, it catches hold of the larger wood. The sound is immediate and deeply comforting. A soft, steady crackle. A gentle pop. All across the circle of wagons, other fires are blooming, tiny, warm, golden suns flickering to life against the growing darkness. The air, which was clean and sharp, now begins to fill with the rich, sweet, and profoundly reassuring smell of wood smoke. Around the fire, the simple evening rituals begin. You unroll a heavy striped wool blanket and spread it on the cool, soft earth. A heavy cast iron pot, blackened with soot from 100 campfires, is hung on an iron tripod over the flames. Inside, a simple stew is simmering. Dried beans, a piece of salted pork, perhaps a few wild onions, filling the air with a savory, rich, and deeply homely scent. A pot of thick, dark coffee is set among the embers, and its rich, slightly bitter perfume mixes with the wood smoke. You can hear the quiet clinking of tin cups and cutlery from the neighboring campsites. The soft, low, happy murmur of conversation drifts across the firelight. Voices are quiet, almost reverent, as the deep, profound silence of the vast prairie begins to settle around them. The long day of toil is discussed with good-natured ease. Tomorrow's path is traced in quiet, hopeful tones. The beautiful, quiet sunset is remarked upon. With the simple meal finished, a deep, calm peace settles over the camp. The dishes are washed in the stream, the oxen are secured for the night, and everyone gathers closer to the warm, dancing heart of the fire. The great dark dome of the night sky has now fully revealed itself. There is no moon yet, but the stars are a breathtaking sight. They hang so low and so brilliant, you feel you could reach up and touch them. The vast, silent arch of the Milky Way glows with a pure, icy light, a river of silent diamonds across the heavens. You lean back against the solid, rough-spoked wheel of your wagon, wrap your wool blanket tighter around your shoulders, and just look up. In the quiet, a beautiful, soft sound begins to drift across the camp. It is not a coyote's howl, but the gentle melodic sound of a fiddle. A man from one of the other wagons, a carpenter from Illinois perhaps, is playing a slow, sweet, mournful, and deeply comforting melody. The notes float softly on the cool, still night air, a gentle human whisper against the immense, silent vastness of the universe. The music is not loud or fast. It is a lullaby of the prairie. It is the sound of remembrance and of hope. A few feet away, you watch a father kneeling in the grass beside his young son, who is already wrapped in a thick quilt. The father points a steady hand up towards the brilliant, glittering sky. He traces the outline of the Great Bear with his finger, and then the steady, faithful, ancient North Star. His voice is very low, a private, gentle murmur that is impossible to understand, but deeply beautiful to watch. The boy's wide eyes, reflecting the firelight, are full of quiet wonder. This is his schoolroom. This is his inheritance. Not a piece of land or a sack of gold dust, but a quiet, shared moment of awe under the infinite stars. Later, two older men, friends from the same small town in Ohio, sit on a wooden crate by the dying fire, speaking in low, soft, reflective tones. They speak not of the gold they hope to find in the rivers of California, but of what they will do if they do. A small plot of land near a quiet stream, a simple house with a porch and a few apple trees. A new, quiet beginning. You listen, and you feel a deep, quiet, communal warmth. This is the true spirit of the trail. Not a frantic rush for fortune, but a quiet, shared, human hope for a better life, for safety, for health, for a peaceful future. Slowly, the camp begins to quieten. The fiddle music stops. The quiet murmur of voices fades into a deep, gentle silence. One by one, the other campfires burn down to soft, glowing beds of embers, their orange hearts gently pulsing in the dark. You spread your bedroll on the flat, soft earth beneath your wagon. You take off your heavy leather boots and place them neatly beside the wheel. You lie back, pulling the heavy wool blanket up to your chin. The air is cool, but you are perfectly warm. The last thing you see before your mind drifts away is the vast, silent, profoundly peaceful prairie. The embers of a distant fire glow softly on the horizon. There are no cars, no engines, no ticking clocks. There is only the soft, rhythmic chirping of the crickets, the gentle, steady breathing of the people around you, the deep, unshakable peace of being exactly where you are supposed to be. Tomorrow the sun will rise, and you will walk another day, but tonight the world is still. You have a community around you, a blanket of diamonds above you, and a quiet, simple, unshakable hope in your heart. This, oh this, is the peace of the trail. This is the slow, steady, peaceful rhythm of hope. And as you drift into a deep, restful, and dreamless sleep, you know you are safe. Good night, weary traveler. Good night.